Stickosaurus here, and today we are going to start work on a Liveman red helmet. Beautiful model from 3D Command Center that my printer only messed up a little bit. For some reason it just randomly stopped. No idea why, but we have a layer line right here where it stopped. It's not too big, it's not too bad. We could probably sand it, fill it, sand it. Not going to be a problem, it's just a little thing. I believe I'm going to cut out the visor on this. Pretty sure. It's so pretty, I hate to ruin it, which is all I do when I touch these. So, I mean, I'm going to cut it out. We're going to cut it out, and we're going to see what happens. I was thinking about just cutting across here, leaving this, so we have some depth, I guess. Because if I try to cut it down here, we're going to lose this sticking out portion, I guess, but we'll see. Real excited for this. If you have not seen Liveman, you should watch Liveman. It is creepy, it's fun, the mech are awesome, the helmets are awesome, extra rangers they get like halfway through are pretty cool. Yeah. They do. The villains are top notch, even though they're kind of very weird at first, but also the main bad guy is, oh, I'm going to screw this up, but he's like, I don't want to say general, but he's like one of the other major bad guys, like side bad guys in the series before, which I think is Flashman, because, you know, they're babies from Earth that grew up on the Flash Aryans. I think. I don't know if it's Flash Aryans, I don't know, but the Flash people planet and steal the stuff and come to Earth. But he is fantastic in Flashman, I think. I could be wrong. I apologize. It's been like 2 years. And some of the highlights of that, and then he's like the main bad guy in Liveman. Kemp? Is that his name? In Liveman? No, Kemp is the one scientist. I can't remember. It's Dr. something. I don't know. I should look this up before I started going on a tangent, but watch Liveman. Watch Liveman. Say, hey, I hate 80 Sentai. Why would I watch that? I only watch Power Rangers. Watch Liveman. It might be harder now with all this Toei stuff going on. Hopefully by the time this comes out, that's resolved. No one cares again, but we'll see. But yeah, let's get started. Alright, we are going to try to cut out this visor, ruin this beautiful print. Again, it might not be that beautiful. It feels beautiful, but you don't know until you get primer on it. So what I'm thinking, I don't know my silver Sharpie is, that would be better, but whatever. I'm thinking, so we want to cut out here, around the beak. Here, we want to make sure we keep the. I want my silver one. Where's my silver one? Hold on. No idea what's that. Here's another black one. Maybe it works better. Doubtful, but oh yeah, that works much better. Jeez. Okay. So we're going to cut out around here. We want to make sure we keep this edge too. And I think what I want to do here, I think I want to cut like that. Maybe. And I want to try to cut like up here. Like what I don't want to do is lose this edge. It should be okay if I do it this way. Probably not. I'm probably going to ruin this. We'll see. That's the idea. Let's see what happens.
Okay, I think that worked out all right. We'll have to fill this with some epoxy sculpt for sure. Or spot putty, probably epoxy sculpt. Even this stuff out a little bit. Because the infill is the issue. But, sorry, I thought there was a bird in here. And now we have a template for the visor. And I think we should be able to get it pretty pushed out and flush with this. It's a pretty simple curve. It should be okay. But let's put the epoxy sculpt on, spot putty this line, and then we will sand. All right, for this Liveman red, we are going to put some epoxy sculpt around the edge where we cut, and a little bit on the chin. Chin's actually not too bad. And I don't know, I'm thinking this shift might be a spot putty kind of thing. It's not too bad. Once we sand it, we can just go over it. So. Okay, we're gonna sand this live red. I'm gonna do some 60 grit around the edges here. I should probably turn the light on here. And the chin, just to get this epoxy sculpt cut down. And then we'll just do 100 over the whole thing, maybe. I think that's all I did for my Liveman blue, but yeah, it's too cold. It's like 6 in the morning. It's too cold to paint right now. Hopefully it warms up some. I've got like 6 that I need to paint, but we'll get some sanded done here. Okay, this thing was a bitch to sand. I don't know. This just angles and hurts hitting these the whole time. These wings, but we're getting there. What I'm gonna do is put some spot putty here. Try to fill in this. It's not even a layer shift. It's just where the print stopped and started again, and it's just not right. Bad layer adhesion, I think, would be more so what it is. And probably put some up here. I know you can't see, it's still a little dark, but I think up here is going to need a little bit. And if I'm already doing that part, might as well just go for it. I'm still debating about filling in the holes in the eyes. I mean, they're not very noticeable when it's all painted, I'm sure. You know, we get the back on, you're not going to notice. And there'd be good air holes. And old me would have just said, screw it, not filled any of this in. And we just had the infill peeking through there, but don't do that. Fill it in with something, whatever you want, whatever you prefer. Get it smooth and nice, and it's gonna look a lot better. Okay, we're just gonna do some 100 over the spot putty I put on after we rough sanded it. And we will prime it and see what it looks like. All right, gonna get that blown off, and then we will prime it. Okay, we're gonna put the primer on this Liveman red. Hopefully our spot putty cleared up that layer shift. Not layer shift, that bad layer adhesion, I believe is what I'm going with. So here we go. Okay, she was a spinner. Sorry. We're still gonna have to do a little work. And again, that was I don't even know if I did. I think I did do 100 on that. I can't remember. I'd have to check my video. But like I said, that was the first round of sanding. So we'll sand this with 220 once it dries. And then we'll see what we're working with. Okay. This Liveman red. Got some more spot putty on it. We're gonna sand it. And then prime it with good filler primer. And not this dumb stuff I had. And then we'll see what we're working with. Okay, got that sanded. It could be sanded a little better, gonna be honest with you, but I got it enough where I can put that the good filler primer on it, and we'll see what we actually are working with. It's for some reason this other filler primer just doesn't sand nice, even though it's like sandable. I don't know, it's terrible. I really don't like it, but we will spray this off and then we will put the good primer on it. All right, it's Prime City for this Liveman red. Got the good primer, so let's see what we can do. Okay, she's looking better. I think we mostly got rid of that under that adhesion line we had across the bottom, so that's good. Now that I have the good primer, I'm gonna let this dry, then we'll do 220, patch anything, sand that, and then prime it again, then we'll get on to wet sanding. Okay, did a couple touch-ups on here, a couple spots I didn't like. We're gonna hit another coat of primer, then if it looks okay, we'll move on to wet sanding. If not, we'll touch it up some more. Okay, we're gonna do the base coat on Liveman red here. Hopefully I have enough paint. I have one half empty can and one fourth empty, so hopefully that's enough. The red cover's pretty good usually, so let's get to it. Okay, I screwed up and didn't hit record, but we got this. I ran out of paint a little bit near the end for the back, so it has like 2 1/4 coat. But we're gonna let this dry and it should be okay. It's looking good. Okay, we are going to do the yellow on Liveman red here. The beak, I guess. And hopefully this goes well, because I'm really happy with the progress on this so far. She's looking pretty. That red coat turned out real nice, so hopefully the yellow ends up okay. We don't get any runs. And then the white, make the eyes black, and we're done. There's silver in the mouthpiece too. Yeah, so, all right, we still got 3 more colors to do, but we'll get there. Okay, I'm finally getting around to putting the white on here. I don't know why it's taken me forever. Like, it's probably been sitting here for 2 weeks with just the red, and I'm loving how it's turning out. I mean, it looks good. I don't know. Just kind of been slacking, I guess. Actually, I was more worried about getting stuff sanded. Either way, I'm getting backed up painting and sanding, so it doesn't really matter. But we're gonna put the white on this. Then we just gonna do the silver, fine line, and try to get the visor in. And I know I cut this visor out, like I said with the Liveman Dolphin. Oh, I wish I had the visor because I didn't cut it out, but I did. I did cut it out. I do have the visor, so hopefully we can make a nicer visor than we did for that one. That one turned out fine, as you saw, so I'm sure it won't be a big deal, but so make sure we got this all sealed up here as best we can. All right, we are going to do this, and I'm gonna let it dry. So I'm kind of done for the day at this point. Well, this morning at least, so here we go. All right, that's 3 coats of white. Hopefully we didn't get any runs. We'll see. But we'll let that dry, see what we're looking with. Probably do the silver like right off the bat. There's some white around like where the wings come out, but I'm just gonna use some fine line tape and, you know, mask it off and just color in the middle. I think it's probably the easiest instead of trying to mask it and spray paint it, so we'll get there. Okay, we are going to put the silver on here. Everything else looking okay. We got a little bit of run on the white at the top. Not sure how we're going to take care of that. I think maybe just a little piece of sandpaper. We can maybe wet sand some of it off. And the other stuff will be hidden when we do the detail lines. But we'll do this. We'll have to paint this black around here. And then after this, do the fine lines. I'll do the white fine line around the wing here. And I think we'll be good. Oh, we're gonna paint the eyes too. Yeah, so we're getting there. Getting real excited about this one. It's looking good. It's so hot though. Like, I feel like I'm just like done for the day. Just exhausted. So probably gonna paint this and then clean up and call it a weekend. But we got a lot done. Got a lot done, I think. So let's get to it. All right, 2 coats, gonna let that dry, and we'll move on to the next part. Okay, we're gonna do, I masked off where I think about the white line should be, and on the back. I couldn't find any good reference, so might not be super accurate. And on the other side, this is a little farther down than this line, so we're gonna just bring that up, and we're gonna tighten up some of this stuff in here, and we're gonna work on doing the detail lines as well, you know, all this stuff, and hopefully get it looking good, but that's the plan. Okay, I need a break from this. It's just a lot. And the line work's always tedious. I took the masking off. I'll just go in with a brush and, make that better looking. And we'll do the lines in here. That's all we got left. Eyes and around the beak. But other than that, I think it looks good. It certainly does. There's some paint issues up here, but maybe the clear will cover them, or you won't even notice. So we'll see. We'll see. And before I forget, so I don't be a stupid person. Maybe I am a stupid. Nope, this should be it. This is the visor for this. Nobody let me forget. It goes right in here. So we'll use this. Hopefully we can make a nice visor. But yeah, just step away for just a little bit. I don't feel like I'm rushing. If you ever feel like you're rushing, you should probably just walk away for a little bit. So that's what we're gonna do. And maybe have a beer. All right. So, oh my God, it's so loud. I think I got it all the detail lines done. The tape's dragging in there, but it does line up rather okay. Boy, this thing was a pain. I know the white line around the sides kind of sloppy, but yeah, I freehanded the whole thing. I mean, I put tape down, you saw, but it wasn't much to go with, so it's not my best, but I tried. I gotta touch this up here. Let's see. But I think it's gonna be all right. Once we clear coat it and see if there's anything we need to fix. You can always fix stuff after you clear coat it. It's just not as nice, but yep, that's the plan. Gonna let this dry. We'll clear it, and hopefully it goes well. Okay, I think we're finally gonna clear coat this. Man, I don't know. I liked it better when it was just red with any other paint, but we'll keep going on. Like I said, I just found the detail lines just kind of sloppy. I really tried. I did, but I don't know. They're just so tight together, and there's a lot of freehand, and I don't know. I know it looks odd right now because the one backside is drooping, but it should be okay once we get it put back together. And just ignore the SPD logo. That's for a customer. I just kind of got it painted. It was really hard to paint. You know, a lot of models don't have all the lines and stuff, so I don't know. I don't know if I like it or not. I'm gonna ask him if he likes it. But if not, I'll say another one. No big deal. So we'll get this cleared, and then visor, which I cut out. Thanks for reminding me. I have it cut out, so it shouldn't be too bad. It shouldn't be anything like Blue Dolphin, because man, I spent like an hour on that and just gave up. So hopefully we don't get there on this one. Okay, that's 3 coats. I had to take it apart and lay it like this because I feel like I didn't know how to do it evenly. Okay, I've done so many like this. Clear coat's getting kind of weird. I don't know. Like it's getting like kind of white in some spots. It's a little bubbly back here. So I don't know. I let it dry. We'll look at it. This might be sand the wet coat or clear coat and redo it kind of thing, but we'll see. We'll see. Which honestly isn't a bad thing. Let me. So I had this happen with the SPD I'm working on for a customer, but look at that though. I mean, the clear coat bubbled, so I sanded it down with some 600 and then 1000, and then put it back on. And look at that. You could see. You could use this as a bathroom mirror, you know. So, not always the end of the world. We can fix it. Everything's fixable. Except maybe this Soldier Red I'm working on, but that's another story. So, I'm gonna let this dry. We'll evaluate it once it's dry. No promises, but we'll get there. Okay, so the clear coat on here didn't turn out so great. Got a couple runs here. It's just, see all that? It's not what we want. See how it's like just dull? It's probably from the humidity. The back's kind of the same way. Pretty much. So what we're gonna do, if there's any like super like runs, we'll start with some 600 real lightly wet sand that down, then we'll move up to some 1000, and I have a 1500 sanding block that I'm going to be using, so I might switch over to the 15 in some cases, but we're just going to do nice light high grit wet sand on this. So and then we'll be able to clear it again, hopefully. It's not even 6 in the morning yet, so I'm hoping to get this done, get this cleared before it starts getting gross out. So here we go. Okay, so I did that. Very little hiccups, and it looks bad right now. I know, but we'll rinse it off. It's still gonna have this haze on it, but once we clear it again, she's gonna be pretty. So that's the goal. I'm just gonna rinse it off real quick, let it dry, and then you'll see me clearing it. Okay, that's 3 coats of gloss. If it stays this way, I'm gonna be happy with it. If it starts getting cloudy, boy, I'm gonna be disappointed. But it's looking okay. Nice pretty wet coat on it. If we missed anything, I think we're gonna be alright. Fingers crossed. So I'm gonna enjoy sanding it again. So gonna let it dry, and then we'll see. Okay, boy, she's turning out pretty, so pretty. I don't have any magnets done. I'm waiting on new clasps to try. This is the same day I'm doing my Zuo well, if you watch that video. So I'm just gonna get the visor in and put it outside because I gotta do a lot of sanding and I don't want to get dust all over it. I mean, the clear should be mostly cured. I mean, it's been 3 days, but just to make sure, because it's been a little colder recently. It's so nice. It's so nice it's not blistering hot. So I'm just gonna put the visor in real quick so I can just get it out of the way. And I have, I got everything set up to do the visors right now. And we have this piece screwed up when I said my Liveman blue. I said I didn't have the piece, so it would have been easier. But I have it this time, so we should be able to use this as a template. Hey, learn from my in space video. Do the outside curve, not the inside, outside. So that's what we're gonna do. And she should just slot in, this doesn't, because this is a little, where we filled it in here is a little bigger. And when we cut it out, it has all these little burrs on it, which kind of stop it from doing so. But I'm reusing a piece of PETG that I just had laying around. And I tested it, it will fit in there, so I think it will. Yeah. So we should be fine. Outside curve, very important. And I believe I did show this before, but all I do when I use a, visor print or something for a template is I just take a clamp, one of these little, they're Harbor Freight clamps. You can get them super cheap. Problem is I don't have another one. They're all being used for something right now, so I gotta figure something out. But yeah, just clamp it on there. And remember, you want the side with the protective film on the outside. It looks better. If you mess up and make a mistake, don't do that. Don't fret. You probably won't even notice. It depends on how thick you put on your, what's it called? Spray tint. And I know some people are saying they got like Rust-Oleum spray tint or something and you can't see out of it. But I know I chopped this up in my Samurai video. Oh, that fan turned on, I'm sorry. Probably, 2 years ago, but this is the stuff to use. It's nightshade stuff, get on Amazon. Spray's weird. You're supposed to spray it on something like vertical. So when you're spraying something like flat, it's hard. So, if you have something to hold up your PETG sheets or whatever you're using for visor material, it's the way to do it. But this stuff is great. They have a red, never tried it. Might be cool for Time Force or Time Fire. He's in Time Force too. Or, Aubrey Killer. Who else has red visors? Beast Morphers. So, but this is the stuff. This is plastic on it, so you can't really see it. And it's a little dusty. You have to wash it. But this is wonderful stuff. Wonderful. So, but yeah, that's all we're going to do. Like I said, we'll just clamp it. And then we will cut around it. We should be A-okay. Yeah, so that's all we're going to do. Probably clamp over here. I don't know. But yeah, let's get to it. Okay, so I think this is going to be fine. I think it looks really good like that, honestly. What do you think? We'll have this pushed down more for sure, but the inside, there's some gaps. You could see the gaps with something behind it, but again, so the only thing I can think of is to put like some foam to hold it in, because I have nothing to glue it to. There's a tiny spot up there, but that's not going to hold that other stuff in. So I'm kind of running into the same issue that I have with the Q Purple I'm working on, where to get it nice and flush, I need to get some black foam. I think would work wonderfully. Or, I wonder if I took like a piece of thin strip of visor material here. If we just did like that and glued it. You can see that from the other side. Not really. Yeah, maybe. What about one's flat? Yeah, you wouldn't see it that way. I don't know. Let me think about it. I'm still thinking maybe the foam. But what we don't want to do is put hot glue on here, because you will see that. That kind of melts the film off it when it adheres. So I think I'm just going to throw it up to Dollar General and get foam and stop complaining. So maybe I'll do that, get back to this. I have a lot of sanding today. That's what I'm trying to get to. And I don't want to rush, because this thing's turning out beautiful. And I see live yellow sitting over there, ready to sand. I'll have the main team done, but that, whatever. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So we'll get back to this, but I think that looks good. I really do. Really do. And it's flush with this part, which I think is important because it makes it look like it's one piece. Fooled you. Fooled you. Not really. You have a brain, so. But that's the plan. Okay, I apologize. I'm an idiot and didn't hit record. But I went and got foam. And you think it looks okay? I think it does. Again, if you have light behind it, you can kind of see where the foam is. But all we did was, you know, this is just sticky back foam, black. And I put a little hot glue around the edges of the foam. I don't know how well this would hold up. I believe I saw Oscar's Cosplay and Props do this a long time ago. He had a Visor video. He used contact cement. I have some contact cement somewhere, but it's really old. So I'm probably gonna get some barge next time I'm at Lowe's or something. Home Depot. I only shop Home Depot because they sell Rust-Oleum, you know, in quantities. So. But I think it's gonna be fine. It should hold. I mean, honestly, you put this in a hot car or something, you're probably gonna have an issue. But you know, if you're putting your cosplay in a hot car, you're gonna have other issues because the plastic will warp and any hot glue will pop. I mean, that's just nature of it. And yeah, there's a couple gaps, but you can't really see them from the front. And something feels weird with this. Like it feels like something keeps moving. The important part is with the back on, you can't see anything. What is moving? I don't understand. Set this here. So that's what we're working with. And I think it's going to be fine. I think it looks good. It definitely looks good. I'm definitely have to get some contact cement. I'll probably do this in my cute purple like this for now. And if it becomes an issue, we can always fix it. You know, not a big deal. Really not a big deal. We'll have the visor for a template if it falls out, you know. But I'm happy with it. And I'm going to be honest with you. No matter what anyone says, the inside doesn't matter. What it looks like on the inside really doesn't matter. Unless there's like spikes in there. When you go put it on, you get injured. You'll be fine. So, I don't have any magnets made up. I'm going to try to get to this later. Like I said, I'm waiting on those clasps. But I can get the magnets in and the elastic and see how it looks on. And then maybe think about getting some foam in it. But that's where we're at, and hopefully we get this done today. Okay, I'm sorry. I hope you could. Well, first off, elephant in the room. She fell. Oh boy, she fell. She took a great tumble. A little bit of damage. Gonna be honest. Real bummed about it. Kind of need a minute to talk about it, but the tape I was using to hold it together just decided. No. So that's what happened there. This helmet doesn't line up quite well, so I tried the best I could. It's probably kind of obvious the line's going to be a little off, but I don't know. I'm going to let it dry, I'm sorry, not dry, the glue set. And then I'll try it on, see if it needs foam. Maybe put some foam in it. But other than that, we're done and we can get to the spin around. All right, that is Liveman Red finished. Wow. I know I gush about Liveman, and I probably said it 5,000 times in this video, but I love Liveman. It's so good. Underappreciated, for sure. I think this turned out really nice. There's a little bit of damage where it fell, as you saw. What a shame. And not much I could do about it at this point. You know, it was already done. I got a little bit of fingerprints on here, but I think it turned out real nice. I think we pulled the visor off. There's little issues if you get up close and look at it, but if you didn't notice in the spin around, you wouldn't notice in person. I promise you. So, and the only other problem is the back was just slightly a little bit more wider than the front, which is all my printer's fault. Not 3D Command Center. This is a beautiful model. All his Liveman ones are. This is the second one we have of Liveman done. So we have Blue Dolphin just staring at me menacingly with its deadless, soulless eyes. And then Eagle. And I'll let you know we are working on Yellow to replace the ugly yellow down there that I will show you in that video. Hopefully he does the other two. Psy and Rhino? I don't know. I don't remember what the black one's called. Psy is Rhino. Bison? I don't know. Psy is Japanese for rhino, I'm pretty sure. Or Chinese? I'm not sure. I'm just sounding like an idiot at this point, so I apologize. We'll just move on from that. But I hope you enjoyed this one. I really enjoyed working on this one. I think it turned out wonderfully. We're just getting better. I promise you. The helmet's coming next. Just getting better and better and better. I know some of the first ones I had on here were a little rough, but it took people's advice, and we upped our quality, for sure. Guaranteed. But if there's anything you want to see me make, let me know. A little teaser. There's a Kamen Rider helmet coming. I know most of you here for Power Rangers and all that, but there's one Kamen Rider helmet I really like. And Revice, I think it is, he's looking kind of juicy too, so maybe two. I don't know. But thanks for watching. Hit me up on Twitter, Instagram. Follow me for daily build pictures. I always have pictures. I try taking pictures of stuff as I'm working on it. They might not be the most interesting thing, but some people like seeing them. And then I got TikTok. You can follow me on there. It's Stickosaurus, same as here on YouTube. And like, comment, subscribe if you're not, so you don't miss a new video. One every Friday, I guarantee it. And if you hit that little bell, apparently, you get a reminder. You don't have to do that. I mean, obviously, if you care, you'll look. And I posted enough places, so if you follow me in one place, you'll know it's out. But that's up to you. And thanks for watching, and have a nice day.